Hello and welcome back to Inner Peace Place. I'm Karen. Today's talk is an expansion of one I gave a couple weeks ago. Trust. Learning to trust as in relationships. So this is part 2. There may be a part 3 and 4. It is a huge topic. So trust is multifaceted. And the reason is because there are parts of trust in your relationship with yourself, with your relationship with other people, and then your relationship with the entire world or universe or the all that is, whatever you want to call it. So it isn't just one entity or one area that we're talking about. To trust others or yourself, you have to feel a connection of honesty, a connection of reliability. And when you apply those two words to yourself, that's when the dominoes might fall. When we have trust in a power higher than ourselves, you may judge whether or not that's a reality based on how consistently things occur. So it can get very complicated. So let's just back down to trusting self. We'll work on that for the moment. Other people can't make you trust them. Kind of weird, huh? Well, if you'd only do this, I could trust you. It's more complicated than that. You have to trust you first before you can trust others. So they can't change your mind on your feelings towards them. If you're living in a state of lack of trust because of yourself, it doesn't matter what they do. They could be saints and you couldn't see it. So how do you trust others if you don't trust yourself? How do you trust? So what we're trying to say is this is something that comes from the inside of you. It's not an externally created thing. So to work on this topic, you might consider picking a subject that really brings up feelings of distrust inside of yourself, about yourself. Find something that encourages you or forces you to step off your path of inner peace. Something that you do. You say, well, I won't do this anymore, but you do it anyway. So you can't trust that you're not going to do X. You're stepping off of your chosen path. Then once you found the topic, find out where it's housed in your body. We always go back to energy with this. Where is that energy housed? Are you stepping off your path of inner peace because of fear of being judged by others? Like, do you automatically do this even though you said I won't do it anymore because you just don't want to be judged by other people? Are you in a state of fear of failure? So if you do this, you might fail, so I'm just not going to do it, even though I told myself I was. So I can't trust that I'm going to go ahead with certain projects. Or you may have a habitual negative image of yourself, i.e., exercising every day to promote health, wellness, a physique that you personally want. So you sabotage because you can't trust that you're not able to go forward with your path. You're not putting the energy that's needed in the right place. It's a form of doubt, self-doubt. So by finding this topic and breathing in deeply, connecting with your awareness of the all that is. Find the energy behind that problem area. And by connecting to the all that is, you're going to expand your options on why you're not able to follow through. Because you may not really know. You may not understand why you can't trust that you're going to follow through with something you said you were going to do. So ask for help. If you're not able to follow through on your own decisions about your behavior or your actions or the promises that you've made to yourself, how can you set things that are within the limits of what you are able to trust in yourself? That's the question. Are you setting goals that are just not obtainable? Then you can't step into an arena of standing tall and proud in who you are, because you're failing yourself on this and this and this and this. Now, your habit of doing that may have come to you as an education when you were a child. Perhaps you watched it happen in the adults taking care of you. And then you learned that you really aren't good enough to do these things. And so you set yourself up for failure unknowingly, because it's a habit that we learned. So what we want to say is, I am developing a habit of self-trust. And to do that, I need to listen to what I'm setting as my intentions, my goals, my forward path, and see if it truly does bring me joy. Then I have to say, I am going to need to go with that a state of determination to get it finished, or to complete it, or to follow through with what I have set for myself. I also have to create a willingness not to fall back into old habits that I no longer appreciate, so that I can trust who I am today, not yesterday, but today, right now. Then I have to listen to what I'm hearing with my eyes wide open. Is this something that's going to take too much energy? Am I willing to do the work so that I can learn to trust who I am? And then as a side effect, you can learn to trust other people. You don't want to belittle yourself for your past behavior or chastise your lack of trust in yourself. Kind of embrace it and say, wow, oh, that's what I did. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Because truly, you may not even realize that that's how you are behaving. We are powerful in our guidance. If we step out of our guidance, then we release a lot of our power, our upward flowing power. There's no judge outside of yourself that's telling you you're good, you're bad. There's no such thing. You're doing it to yourself. So step out. When you are in a state of judgment about yourself or others, you are not in a state of allowing. You're constricting, you're getting smaller. So take a deep breath and get bigger. And look at how you relate to yourself. Create the relationship that you would be proud of. Find the areas of yourself that no longer bring you joy, and step into a path that you can fulfill. Find the easier things at first that you can trust that you can complete, that you trust that you will allow to occur in your life. And what that will do is magnetize into your life more situations where you can trust, where you can allow things to happen in your environment that bring trustful or relaxing thoughts. We'll talk about this again in another video. I trust that I will give you another video on trust. This is an area that I work on. There's no doubt. As a matter of fact, when I started writing about this, I felt it in my lower area of my stomach, in my gut. It was very intense. So what that tells me is I have an opportunity to work on self-trust first so that I can learn to trust my environment and the world in which I live. Woohoo! Love and light to you and your path. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.